We are rolling right along with your fan-requested Friday lineup. Big Ramy, biggest version, versus Shaun Clarida 2021 Legion Sports Fest, his best version. Now, they went on to describe the biggest version of Ramy as they wanted a watery version to see if Shaun Clarida could take out a watery version of Big Ramy. And Ramy was huge here, guys. I personally like this version. It is, in fact, the 2015 Mr.Olympia Big Ramy. But yes, he is a little bit watery. He lacks that muscle separation. But is there a point that you can say, okay, he's too small, and the other guy's too big? He's too little. He's too massive. You know what I'm saying, guys? I mean, you could keep shrinking Clarida down, and say, okay, right there, he's too small there. Is this that point? Is he too little? I don't know, man. Oh, man, he has that muscle separation up the yin-yang. You guys are going to put me in a corner and make me decide, aren't you? Go to the front lat spread. And it's not as if Big Ramy's that out of condition here. He has a graininess, vascularity, things of that nature. And, you know, when you look at Clarida, peeled as the day is long. And actually, in the front lat spread, he looked good here, Legion Sports Fest. He was defeating a lot of guys that were not as thick as Big Ramy. So he was defeating him in the muscularity, really. The muscle for muscle, inch for inch, he was defeating those guys. Regan Grimes, things of that nature. But he's not doing that with Big Ramy. He is, however, beating him in the conditioning department, in my opinion. Like I said, turn to the side. Like I said, you guys are going to make me decide here. Side chest development. Big Ramy has been more than holding his own as far as the aesthetics, shape, silhouette, muscularity, things of that nature. And in a shot like this, he does look equally conditioned. I mean, look at that separation in those quads. Wow. And the pecs as well. Look at Ram Man. This is one of my favorite versions as far as these shots, the side chest anyway. So it is a tough one so far. Side tricep. Now here there's a definite argument for the little man being able to take out the much larger, much more muscular man. I mean, look at Ramy's arms. Even inch for inch, he's probably still thicker than Clarida, if you can imagine that, because Clarida is a thick, powerful athlete, for sure. But look at the midsection, the almighty six-pack, the abs. And yes, it does matter. It's your, my opinion, it's your basis for aesthetics. The midsection. Without a good midsection, I don't care what the physique looks like. Switch it with this midsection Big Ramy has, or switch it with a Phil Heath 2021, I guess, or 2000 Phil Heath 2020 midsection. I don't care what the rest of the physique looks like. Do Frank Zane, he's going to look not aesthetically pleasing. And Clarida here, he wins the shot, for sure. Go to the first of the two back shots, and this is where it gets debatable. Like I said, you guys are going to make me decide. This is insane, and that's what happened to the poor judges at the Legion Sports Fest. They had no choice but to give it to Clarida because he was much more conditioned. And that's the case here. But Clarida, he was probably out-muscling the other guys that he defeated here at the Legions. As far as the inch-for-inch thickness, maybe. Or Sergio's pretty thick. But anyway. Ramy is probably thicker, inch for inch. Be interesting due to them the same height. Get Superset Man to do that one. Or maybe he already did. Anyway, he does so much content. Go to the rear double, guys. This is the same situation here. Like I said, is there a point where you can draw a line and, say, okay, well, he's too small? If he was the size of an action figure. You know what I'm saying, guys? That little? Of course. Well, if he's really peeled, like he is here. He is peeled. Very peeled. Peeled. I'm not going to try to replace peeled with peeled. I mean, my goodness. My soul. My soul. Abs and thigh. And obviously, if you watch the show a lot, you know I prefer the abs and thigh, 2 arms overhead. I like the one leg in front, like Clarida is doing. Ramy's kind of doing that. I prefer that. And they even ask for one leg. One leg, abs, and one thigh. Ramy's thigh is so big. Overwhelming. Clarida, much more conditioned. But overall, I mean, obviously, Big Ramy, he's hitting an abs and thigh. And Clarida's hitting a most muscular, really. Half a most muscular. Half an abs and thigh. Go to that most muscular. This is the exact same picture that I can see in all of the shots. This is I don't want to call him watery. I don't want to be disrespectful to the champion, but a watery, massive bodybuilder, probably out muscling the other guy as far as thickness, at least in the quads. My word, and the calves. My word. Width of the clavicle? Holy jumping Jehoshaphat, man. But when it comes to the almighty conditioning, which is very important, Clarida, he is winning not only here, but he was winning on all of the shots. Maybe the side chest, I mean, an argument there that Big Ramy looked just as conditioned in that one single pose, one frame of time in history. Oh, boys, Mark's Max Muscle is going to get a criticism from this one. Here's your winner, a 5'2" man, able to defeat a 300-pound or near 300-pound beast. Of course, Big Ramy, not known for his height. I think he's only probably 5'9". So not as giant as far as that's concerned, but massively thick all the way around. And of course, his placings were not that high back then. It's because he wasn't in condition, and he is now. So obviously, 2020, 2021, Big Ramy, like I said, would have been a different story altogether. Hit thumbs up on the video and look forward to, oh no, there's one more. And then you can look forward to your Monday's main event. 3-way. It's already shaping up pretty decently. Have a great day, guys.